Hi, welcome to the Snapshot. As you can see, I'm not in my office, unless my office has moved to a nice lodge with a fireplace. Now I'm actually out at Camp Newaygo today, and we're going to talk to the program director of Camp Newaygo, Jaleesa Johnson, about what's going on today. You might be able to hear the noise. There's music going on upstairs and stomping around. We'll talk about what's going on. This week has been Campability, and then we're going to talk about what's coming up this summer at Camp Newaygo. We're going to talk about co-ed day camp, which is coming up, and then their mainstay, the girls resident camp. And we'll get the skinny on all that. We'll take a quick tour of camp, and you'll see everything that's going on here. So check this out. This is the Snapshot. Okay, and I'm finally out at camp. This is Jaleesa. You are the program director, right?
The program director.
So we're going to talk a little bit today. We're going to tour camp a little bit and talk about what's coming up this summer with day camp and girls resident camp. But what's going on today?
Today we've got our final day of Campability. This is our camp for adults with disabilities. It's an overnight camp. It's funded through various grants, and we've got adults from different living facilities here. They have been going hard. We've been pontoon boating and trolley riding, and today is a carnival. Quite a few of them have been putting each other in jail, and they have to do embarrassing things to get out of jail. We've got face painting and cakewalks and a petting zoo complete with a very ornery goose.
I saw that goose loud.
Yeah. But it's been a blast. The participants have had a really good time, and for most of them this is their third or fourth year coming to Camp Newaygo for Campability.
All right, tell us, so what's coming up with day camp? It's coming up pretty soon.
So our day camp has grown 103% this year in participants, which is wonderful. And every week is a different theme. So we've got Digging It, which is like an archaeology themed week, Medieval Kingdoms, Who Done It, which is like a CSI crime scene investigation. So like who stole the cookies from the cookie jar.
Right.
Circus week, it just goes on and on.
And how old is day camp?
6th grade and under, so they have to have left kindergarten and be under 6th grade.
And this is boys and girls?
Co-ed, and it runs Monday through Friday, 8:30 to 4:30 p.m. at Camp Newaygo. Right. So aside from our co-ed day camp, we also run an overnight all-girls residential camp for girls 7 to 17. And those girls will come for a week at a time or 2 weeks at a time, and they come from all over the world just to spend a week or 2 weeks at Camp Newaygo. It is our primary program. It's the program that we're known for, right. And it's one of our favorite things to run.
So what do girls do? I mean, what kind of stuff do you have? Or obviously we can see the lake back there.
Yeah.
Back there.
Our all-girls camp is kind of old-school Parent Trap. So think fencing, sailing, watercolor painting. You're talking the Haley Mills Parent Trap, not the Lindsay Lohan. But you won't meet your long-lost twin sister. Okay. Maybe, I can't promise that. But it's wonderful. The theme of that camp is really friendship. That's what you gain from it, and it's really fortunate that we've got this gym right here in Newaygo County. My first 2 registrations for all-girls resident camp came from California and France. Wow. So when we've got girls that are coming from all over the world to experience these programs, and we're giving out $60,000 a year for local scholarships, we really want families to be able to take advantage of this amazing program. So Camp Newaygo, as we can see, is like a woodsy. You guys are in the woods and on Pickerel Lake, yeah, which is connected to Emerald Lake and Kimball Lake and everything else. But this is kind of like an in the woods camp. It's not like a, you know. This is not resort camping. Exactly. Some camps that you go to, I won't name names, you're not really camping, you're going to the Marriott. Exactly. You know, like there's mints on your pillows. This is real camp. Yeah, it's not that we don't have very nice facilities. We just completed a $3.5 million renovation of our year-round lodge. So the bathrooms are lovely. We have about 13 weddings a year at Camp Newaygo. So we do have very nice facility, but typically when these girls brush their teeth at night together as a cabin, it's over a spigot. Right. And they're not just eating meals in the dining hall, they're cooking over a fire. Right. Like they're getting real camp experiences. And there's all kinds of different, like the littlest kids stay in cabins. We'll show some of those. How many of those do you have? How many cabins do we have? We've got 9 cabins. And those are like what ages? 6th grade and under will stay in our Adirondack cabins. Our 7th graders and above stay in what we call units. And those buildings are just a little further removed from main camp. So we've got Rangers, where our 7th graders stay, which is a 2-story loft building. Campers sleep on the bottom, staff sleep on top, and there's a stargazing deck out back. They have their own fire pit, their own spigot, And parents, they even have an outhouse where campers do use the restroom. This is real camp. And then our 8th and 9th graders sleep in tree houses that we call Tinuan. They're raised, screened-in tents up in the trees. And then our 10th graders stay in a unit called Wakanda, which is canvas tents. And then our 11th graders stay in a place called Pioneers.
So it's kind of the reverse of what you might think, is that you start off when you're little, you stay like in the enclosed cabin, and as you get older, you get more rustic, more outdoors, and which is kind of cool in a way, I think. You don't earn the right as you get older to stay in the luxury cabin. You can start off in a nice cabin.
And they think of it as like a staple of pride. You know, they're in Pioneers. They don't need, you know, facilities or restrooms. All they need is a match and some flint. You know, like they really like that kind of stuff.
And I know you have like a photography lab here. You've got a craft hut with a big clay. You got wheels and everything for clay projects.
Yeah, the programs at this camp, the classes are very different than other camps I've worked at, where the most exciting thing they have is kayaks. Right. And we're really fortunate to have.
We do have kayaks.
We do have kayaks, and we've got stand-up paddle boards and windsurf boards and war canoes and pastel drawing and printmaking and stained glass making. The programs here are of a different caliber than you might find otherwhere.
So that was the snapshot. Thanks for watching. We'll see you next time.